I've got new projects and different projects and things I haven't pulled out for ages. And I can't wait to show them to you. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. And last week was just crazy, busy, a whirlwind. My husband and I went on a little bit of a road trip that turned out into a drive to Nebraska. And originally we were going to Idaho, but the weather in Idaho was terrible and we didn't want to try out our $30 Walmart tent in a downpour. And this is the way we do road trips. If you know me, this won't be a surprise. One of many good things was stopping at the Brown Sheep yarn outlet and buying a bunch of new sock yarn, and I already did a video haul of that. We are home now, and I had just enough time to catch my breath, do the laundry, do some grocery shopping, and tomorrow morning I am headed back over the mountain to Sisters for the Quilt Show on Saturday. I'm trying to get together my stitching friends if they want to hang out Saturday afternoon. So if you know me and want to get together sometime between 2 and 5, send me a message somewhere or an email or whatever works. I made the decision that when I finished the 2 focus projects I was working on, and especially after I did my mid-year whip and finish parade, I realized I can start new things. I can work on absolutely anything I want to work on. And so I have been. And after slogging away on Beach Babies and Morning Lake, the sense of freedom, it feels like I deserve this. I could always work on anything in my stash that I wanted to, but I feel like I deserve it right now. So last Flosstube update, I showed you I was working on Pink Dahlia. I am still working on Pink Dahlia. I don't take it out of the Q step and leave it out very often. It's big. It's on 11 count. It goes fast. It goes fast when you're working on the petals, not so fast working on the middle of the flower. I'm going to finish this. I've got some goals. They're easy, gentle goals that I'm free to abandon at any time that it stops being fun. It can go back in its bag and wait until I feel like working on it again. I started a new seasonal salt box. This is Freedom Salt Box. There are some windows outlined, but there's really no house yet because I was working on the flag and the flowers. And I didn't have all of the colors that I need, so they're around here somewhere. I will pull them out of wherever they are in another project bag because these salt boxes use a lot of the same colors over and over. So I know that I have them in the leftovers for another salt box. I just haven't been totally motivated to get them out yet. And then I was looking for something else to try to finish. And this one's been on my mind for a while. I finally pulled it out this week. And to my shock, I am a lot closer to finish than I thought I was. This is Beacon at Daybreak. I started this one several years ago on a trip to the coast with the family. And I've worked on it a lot. It's a Dimensions Gold Petita. They're not big. This one has a lot of detail, a lot of confetti. Like I said, I didn't realize how much of it I had done. What I was picturing in my head was not nearly this complete. So finishing this actually seems like a very achievable goal. Granted, I have not stitched on it yet since the last time I put it up. Hopefully there's not a reason I put it up that I'm not remembering right now. And I've got a lot of other things that I want to work on. I've got projects I haven't picked up for a couple of years now that I have no deadlines, there is no pressure, and suddenly those are looking awfully tempting. But what I decided to do as my new start is Dimensions Memory Lane. I bought this at an antique shop the last time I went to the Sisters Quilt Show because I love Charles Wysocki a lot. I love Charles Wysocki enough that I'm really willing to venture outside of my comfort zone and try stamped cross stitch. When I pulled this out of its packaging, This is a whole different critter than anything I have ever done before. And I think there's some counting involved. I need to sort my threads, and I have been really avoiding sorting my threads because that's not always the most fun thing, and I've been overthinking it. I didn't want to do the index cards and snap bags that I usually do. I thought I was going to put them on a floss card, but that meant finding a piece of cardstock to make one. And today I went to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy was closed for lunchtime, which did not fit my schedule at all, but meant I had a half hour to kill. So you walk to the other end of the mall to Hobby Lobby, and I bought myself some pre-made floss cards. They're 3 for $1.50. This is not like me. I tend to be the kind of person who will make my own even when it's more effort than it's worth. I think this has me motivated to sort floss tonight. And I also need to zigzag the edges because this stuff looks like it wants to fray. Next time I do a Flosstube update, I may have worked on totally different things. This is my plan at the moment, and it looks like I'm going to stick to it, but I make no promises. And of course, I'm also going to keep working on Cuckoo Clock because I was having fun with that. And I realized that as of my last Flosstube update, I had not finished Beach Babies. I showed it finished in my mid-year whip and finish parade, but here it is. I love it. I am so sick of it that I folded it up, and I had to fight myself to pull it out to show it to you because I love it. I love the stories I created in my head while I was stitching it. I love most of the process of stitching it, but I am so done with it at this point. And I will confess, there's some blades of beach grass missing from that corner because I could not even imagine stitching one more blade of beach grass by the time I was done. I've had a couple of people ask me why I'm not going to frame it, and I don't frame 98% of what I finish. I don't have a lot of wall space. I love this one. I like looking at it. I like looking at it while I was stitching it, but I can't picture it on the wall of my house. I can picture it with thumbtacks on the sewing room wall, and it may go there when I'm ready to look at it again, but I don't always frame everything. I stitch what I like to stitch, and I don't worry about what I'm going to do with it when I'm done. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go get packed for the quilt show and upload this, and looks like next week is going to get busy too. I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I'll be back with you with more videos soon.